Stand up if you're able and affirm this song with us. We're all about our positive affirmations, and that's exactly what this song is. I'm in the right place at the right time. Just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. Just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. Just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. Just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place. Just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. Just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. Just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. Just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. We are so glad that you chose to come and celebrate with us this morning here at Unity of Savannah, where we celebrate diversity and where everyone is welcome, and we try to make everybody feel welcome. We're going to give you a minute, speaking of that, now to say hello to your neighbors, and make sure if you see somebody new, you make them feel at home. And John, can I get a little bit more of my vocal in the monitor, please? My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
I see you for the love that you are. I see you for the light that you are. I see you for the love that you are. See your light, I see your love, I see who you are. I see you for the love that you are. I see you for the light that you are. I see you for the love that you are. See your light, see your love, I see who you are. Tell somebody, I see you. I see you for the love that you are. I see you for the light that you are. I see you for the love that you are. See your light, see your love. I see who you are. I see you for the love that you are. I see you for the light that you are. I see you for the love that you are. I see your light, see your love. I see you for the love that you are. I see you for the light that you are. I see you for the love that you are. I see your light, I see your love. I see who you are. One more time. I see you for the love that you are. I see you for the light that you are. I see you for the love that you are. I see your light, I see your love. I see who you are. I see your light. I see your light. I see your love. I see who you are. I see your light. I see your love. I see who you are.
Oh yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning. Tell somebody, thank you for bringing us the light. Thank you for bringing us the light. Because we are the light of the world, yes? Tell somebody, you are the light of the world. And I am Reverend Dale Worley. Welcome to Unity of Savannah. We're a center for spiritual awakening where we recognize God as life, love, and the ground of all being, and we celebrate God by what? Living fully, loving lavishly, and being all that we can be. And so this morning, what I want you to know is that everybody is welcome here. Tell somebody you're welcome here. You're welcome here. You're welcome. Everybody is welcome here. Everybody is honored. Everybody is respected here. Everybody is equal here. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter how much money that you have. It doesn't matter who you choose to marry or sleep with. It doesn't matter who you hang out with. We love you here just the way you are. Tell somebody, I love you just the way you are. Oh my goodness, that feels so good. I want to do it again. I love you just the way you are. So please join me in affirming our vision and mission statements. Our vision, centered in God's love, we inspire universal transformation, one heart at a time. And our mission, we are an inclusive spiritual community, serving others with love, joy, and truth. If you're serving as a prayer chaplain this morning, would you please rise? Our prayer chaplains are here. All right. Give it up for the prayer chaplains. That's right. I usually say, would you please stand? And this morning I said, would you please rise? And then Renelle was like, rise. And y'all felt that, didn't you? You were like, yeah, prayer chaplains, that's right. So our prayer chaplains are here to hold sacred space with us. That's their most important job, is to be that space, to be that love. But they will also listen lovingly to your prayer intentions. They will pray affirmatively and from the heart. And they will what? Hold in confidence what is shared. So if you would like a prayer after the service today, please see one of our loving prayer chaplains, and they'd be honored to pray with you. Let's thank them again. And if you have ever thought about becoming a prayer chaplain at Unity, we're going to have another training session the first weekend of October. So if you've been a member of the church for at least a year and you're interested in serving as a prayer chaplain, please come and see me or Kevin, who is our prayer chaplain coordinator. Miss Reverend Judith, who's here at the first service, is also a prayer chaplain trainer. And one of us will be glad to let you know what that looks like. So let us know if you're interested. It's a very rewarding way of serving the church. I know that when I first started working at Silent Unity, our prayer ministry out in Unity Village, Missouri, my prayer consciousness just took off. So not only do the prayer chaplains serve us, but they are getting a great benefit, yes, out of being prayer chaplains. So we have this little room that we're working on fixing up here, and I know that sometimes your prayer intention, you might not want to just pray out here in front of everybody, so we have a little room that you can go into with your prayer chaplain. And also you can write down your prayer request on one of the slips at the little table in the back and just place it in our prayer box, which represents the consciousness of our church. We'd be glad to hold you in prayer for 30 days, and then we send all your prayers to Silent Unity, and they pray with you for 30 days. Who here has ever called Silent Unity before? Isn't that wonderful? They will pray with you in the middle of the night. You can't sleep, get them on the phone. They'll be glad to pray with you. So it's a wonderful service. I invite you to take advantage of that. So this morning we're lighting our prayer candle to represent the word diversity. I really like today's daily word. It has this symbolism of a garden, and all of us are flowers in it. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more today. But first, we're going to have Renell share our word diversity.
Diversity. I appreciate the vastness and diversity in the world. As I walk through a garden blooming with spring flowers, I delight in the symphony of colors and fragrances. When I pause and look more closely, I see that no two blossoms are identical. I appreciate both the exquisite beauty of the garden and this exquisite and unique contribution that each blossom offers. In the beautiful diversity of colors, shapes, and fragrances, I experience the beauty of God. As I grow in spiritual awareness, I recognize that the human family, even more magnificent than a spring garden, reflects the beauty and glory of God. Each racial, cultural, and spiritual group within the human family adds richness to the human experience. Each person expresses the beauty of God in a unique way. God saw everything that he had made, and indeed, it was very good. That's from Genesis 1:31. And if you repeat, I appreciate the vastness and diversity in the world.
You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. You're a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world.
the presence of our Lord is in this place. Surely, the very presence of God is here. At this time, I invite you to know that, to take that into your being as you sit back, relax, loosen, and let go. And as you let go, you want to ponder, who am I? What am I? Whose am I? I am that I am, saith the Christ. The Christ that dwells within each and every one of us. I am. I am unique. I am special. There is no one on the face of the universe with my fingerprints. No one. That's how special you are.
myself the way I am. There's nothing I need to change. I'll always be the perfect me. There's nothing to rearrange. I'm beautiful, capable of being the best me I can. And I love myself just the way I am. Love myself the way I am. There's nothing I need to change. I'll always be the perfect me. There's nothing to rearrange. I'm beautiful, capable of being the best me I can. I love myself just the way I am. Love myself the way I am. There's nothing I need to change. I'll always be the perfect me. There's nothing to rearrange. I'm beautiful, capable of being the best me I can. I love myself just the way I love myself the way I am. There's nothing I need to change. I'll always be the perfect me. There's nothing to rearrange. I'm beautiful, capable of being the best me I can. And I love myself just the way I am. And I love myself just the way I am. Love myself just the way I am.
All right. Give yourself a big old hug. I love me. Ooh, I love me so much. I love me some Reverend Dale. Oh my God. Jesus told us what is the greatest commandment. Somebody, what did Jesus say is the greatest commandment? Love God with what? Ooh, as much as you can, right? With everything you got. And the second one is like the first, and that is love your neighbor as yourself. Until I can love myself, I'm not going to be able to love my neighbor. Anything I don't like about myself, I'm going to put it on you. Well, it couldn't be my fault, could it? Right? It's hard to look at those things about ourselves that we're uncomfortable with. So if we don't face them, we project them out on the people all around us. But when we learn to claim that stuff, to release it, to let it go, all of the resentments, the doubts, the low self-esteem, the frustration, all of that stuff, when we can start working through that, letting it go, then the real self that we are begins to show up. The love that we are begins to flow out. You know, Rumi said that the spiritual journey was to polish the mirror of our heart. Just keep polishing that mirror until we see the reflection of love, to see the reflection of light, the reflection of the divine in that, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's okay. We say God here, whatever word that you have is okay, because it's your word. It's your relationship. I'm not here to tell you how to have a relationship with God or how to have one with yourself. That's your business. So what I want you to know is that wherever you're at right now, it's fine. Like, you having a hard time, that's okay. Everybody has a hard time. Is there anybody in here that hasn't had a hard time? Because you need to be doing my job. I want to hear what you have to say, right? I think if I worked through all my stuff by now, I would have ascended. You know, I would be up on the Mount Olive somewhere pontificating. But I'm here with y'all this morning. You're in the right place at the right time. Tell somebody, you're in the right place at the right time, right? Doesn't that feel good? To be part of something? Like, I set myself apart for so long. Some of y'all know that I've adopted this little cat. I've talked about my cat. Her name is Persia. She's a little rescue kitty. She just showed up in the yard. We took her and had her fixed and all that stuff, you know, and now she lives in the yard. She's there all the time. And 2 days ago, she actually let me touch her. I know, right? Well, the key to my success is fried chicken. Because I'll eat a little bit, and then I'll be like, come here. And she's like, ooh, that's pretty good. You're not so bad after all, right? So I'm sitting down on the step where I put her little plate. And she is rubbing up against everything that she can rub up against except for me. She wants me to touch her so bad that she can't hardly stand it. But she's too afraid to come and get next to me. And when I see that, I think, God, how many times have I been like that in my life, where I was so afraid of love? I was so afraid of letting you know who I was. Yeah, letting you know the real me, the authentic me. So I do like all kind of little, you know. So to pretend to be what I think you want me to be, and then you're pretending to be what you think I want you to be, and Lord, what a mess, right? So another saying that's attributed to Jesus, it's from the Gospel of Thomas. Anybody know the Gospel of Thomas? Discovered long after the Bible as we know it, the canonized books of the Bible were collected and put together in the book. They were found in some clay pots in a cave. People used them to make a fire for a while until somebody figured out what those were. And so we have this remnants of this book. There's pieces missing, but the Gospel of Thomas is basically a story of sayings. It's not even Jesus telling stories. There's no stories about Jesus. It's just these wonderful little sayings of Jesus. In verse 70, he says, if you let out what's inside of you, then what you release will save you. But if you don't let out what is inside of you, what's inside of you will kill you. Yeah. We have to release this love that's inside of us that wants to come out, no matter how scared we are, or it's going to kill us. Believe me, I lived most of my life trying to be somebody that I thought somebody else wanted me to be, and I almost died because of it. And now, being on the other side of that and feeling what it feels like to live life full out, Just be me to the best of my ability and to work on being me and letting go of the things that's blocking me. It feels so free. It feels so good. But when you try to hold that energy that you are bottled up inside, it's going to kill you unless you let it out. It's the creative force of the universe that created everything that is, that's wanting to express as you, through you, in you. And how can you stand up against that? It's going to get you sooner or later. It's like if you ever tried to hold a beach ball under the water. After a while, your arms are going to get tired and you have to let it go. You know, things, and if we don't let things out in healthy ways, they come out sideways, in ways that we don't want them to come out. Oh, I don't know why I just had a meltdown. What happened there? Well, I wasn't being authentic. I wasn't looking at the things I didn't want to look at. We have to be willing to lean into our uncomfortability and willing to realize that even though we make mistakes, we're not mistakes. We might do things wrong, but that doesn't mean that we're wrong. Because at our core, we're good. If we look at Genesis, the book of Genesis, metaphysically, it says after God created everything, he, she, it, named it good. This is good. It's all good. Everything there is. Because everything came from me. I am the source, and I am good, and I am all there is, and there's nothing outside of me. I'm all that there could ever be. I'm the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And I'm good. I'm eternal. I'm spacious. I'm unlimited. I'm expansiveness. And so are you. Yes, because we're made in the image and the likeness of our Creator. And because Creator is good, we're good. And if we look at ourselves as anything less than whole and complete, just the way we are, then we're blaspheming against God. We're going against our nature. We are good. There's a lot of readings in my life that have had such an effect on me that I've held on to them. And one of them is this statement by a Hopi elder. And I just can't say his name correctly. Can you put it up on the screen, Rachel? His picture. He's one of 4 Hopi elders. His first name is Thomas. And his teachers, his ancestors, his grandfathers came to him when the first atomic bombs were dropped and said to 4 of the members of their tribe, you need to go and talk to the people at the United Nations and share with them our prophecy. And these were people, these guys that instructed him that couldn't even speak English or read or write. But they're telling them things that are happening for real in the world, like, well, there's going to be a giant gourd full of ash and poison that will be dropped on the earth, and now's the time to do something about it before it happens again, right? So this is a statement that he made. It's like a poem, and you might have heard it before. It's made the rounds of the internet, and I've held on to this for 20 years, and it still means just as much to me today as it did the first time I heard it. So I want to share it with you. These are words from a Hopi elder. You have been telling the people that this is the 11th hour. Now you must go and tell the people that this is the hour, and there are things to be considered. Where are you living? What are you doing? What are your relationships? Are you in right relationship? Where is your water? Know your garden. It is time to speak your truth. Create your community. Be good to one another. And do not look outside yourself for a leader. There is a river flowing now very fast. It is so great and swift that there are those who are afraid. They will try to hold on to the shore. They will feel like they're being pulled apart, and they will suffer greatly. Understand this: the river knows its destination. The elders say we must let go of the shore. Push off into the middle of the river. Keep your eyes open and your heads above the water. And I say, see who is in there with you. Hold fast to those and celebrate them. At this time in history, we are to take nothing personally, least of all ourselves. For the moment that we do, our spiritual growth and journey comes to an end. The time of the lone wolf is over. Gather yourselves. Banish the word struggle from your attitude and your vocabulary. All that we do now must be done in a sacred manner and in celebration. We are all about to go on a journey. We are the ones that we have been waiting for.
If I met you on a corner, would I know you as you are? Would I take you for a stranger and brush past you in the door? And if you called me, would I hear you? Or would I walk away too soon? And if I lingered for a moment, would I see myself in you? If I fought you as a soldier, if I had you in my sight, would you ask me to remember who imagined I was right? And if you witnessed my surrender, do I know what I would do? And if you held me like my brother, would I see myself in you? Well, I dreamed my end was near. I was almost gone. If I dream that dream from here, can I still come home? If you called me, would I hear you? Do I know what I would do? And if you held me like my father, would I see myself in you? If you held me like my mother, would I see myself in you? Thank you, Tom Kimmel.
It's time to let go of the shore. I don't know about y'all, but I've been beat up enough hanging on to the roots. I'm ready to be out there in the stream with all the rest of y'all. I don't know if any of y'all listen to Abraham Hicks much or what you think about stuff that's channeled material, but every now and then she pops out with a little gem. She says, nothing that you want is ever upstream. Right? She does this. Keep doing that. Keep turning that boat. We struggle so hard sometimes to row against the current, and all we got to do is just let go and let the river carry us. And then look and see who's in there with us. Isn't that the exciting part? I mean, look around this morning. This is who's in the river with you this morning. And it's everything, it took everything that ever happened in our lives to get us to this point where we're here all together in this room right now. And it's all good. It might not have felt too good at the time, some things, and some things might have felt really good. But it all brought us to right here where we are right now in this moment. And it's time to let out what is inside of you. I love that the image of the garden that we read in the Daily Word this morning. And there's so many different flowers that look different ways. Some of us are bushes. Some of us are trees. Some of us are vines. But we all have our part to play in God's garden. And there's not one of them that is better than any of the others. Like my gardenia bush in the front yard doesn't turn and look at the oleander and go, my blooms smell better than yours do. And mine got bigger this year. No, they're just being a bush. They're just doing what they do. And that's what we're called to do. It's the most simple thing in the world, and it's the most difficult thing in the world to let others see who you really are. But isn't that what we want the most? Is just to be seen, just to be, here I am, Lord, is one of the songs the prayer chaplains sing. It's like, here I am. Use me, see me, see me. There's no invisible people. There's no junk people. Everybody is worth something. And it doesn't matter what your religion is or your politics or any of that crap. It's just what's in your heart and what you're letting out. And if you let out what's inside of you, it will save you. If you don't let it out, it will kill you. And not only will it save you, but it'll save everybody around you too. And if you hold in what's inside of you, not only does it hurt you, but it hurts everybody that you touch. If you let out what's inside of you, it can change your life as well as the lives of all the people that you touch every day. All the people around you. If you want to live in a world full of love, you have to be a loving person. You have to let the love out. If you want to live in a peaceful world, we got to practice being peaceful people. Every day, in all the little ways. And that's what counts. It says, He knows every hair on your head before you're even born.
Be careful, Real. You making too much sense now. Everybody's quiet because he's making too much sense.
He says, when the sparrow falls, He knows. I've got one more thing that I want to share with you this morning. And I'm not going to read the whole poem. It's called Desiderata. Is anybody familiar with that? Like, is it? Someone gave this to me. What's that?
Since I was 17.
I know, right? Someone gave me this in high school.
You made me read it.
I made you read it? Yeah. So this guy, Max Ehrman, and I think this is the only poem he ever wrote. I don't know, but this started out, he printed Christmas cards and sent them around with this on it. So I'm just going to read you the points this morning that really touched me as I was getting ready for the service. So desiderata is a Latin word, and it means things that are considered necessary or highly desirable. Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, for they too have their story. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for there always will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. So, be yourself, and be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars, and you have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive God to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your own soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Let's move into prayer one more time. Just feel that presence that's in the room this morning. There is a living, loving Spirit that is in this house today. It's in our hearts and in our minds. It is the fabric of the universe. It is what each of us is made of. We are no less than the sun and the moon and the stars. We are children of the universe. We are expressions of love and light and wisdom. And so we pray this morning to help each other to release all the things that stand in the way of the full expression of that life, that love, that wisdom, and that power that wants to express, that wants to manifest, is each one of us. So each of us, in our own way, in our own unique way this morning, express the Christ of God. And so we pray this morning with open minds and open hearts, connected heart to heart and mind to mind, praying as the one heart and the one mind. And we pray in the consciousness that was demonstrated by Jesus Christ and all those saints and sages of all the ages that have come to show us the way to truth. And because we allow this to be so, and so it is. Amen.
Don't go changing to try and please me. You never let me down before. Don't imagine you're too familiar, and I don't see you anymore. I would not leave you in times of trouble. We never could have come this far. I'll take the good times, I'll take the bad times. I love you just the way you are. Don't go trying some new fashion. Don't change the color of your hair. You always have my unspoken passion. although I might not seem to care. I don't want clever conversation. I never want to work that hard. I just want someone that I can talk to. I love you just the way you are. I need to know that you will always be the same old someone that I knew. What will it take? Do you believe in me the way that I believe in you? I said I love you, and that's forever. And this I promise from my heart. Ooh, I couldn't love you any better. I love you just the way you are. I need to know that you will always be the same old someone that I knew. What will it take? Do you believe in me the way that I believe in you? Said I love you, and that's forever. And this I promise from the heart. I couldn't love you any better. I love you just the way you are.
I love me some Spirit I Am band, y'all. That was great. Thank you. Thank you. So we have 5 basic principles that we teach and practice, and we review those every Sunday. If you would, let's affirm them together. Our first principle: there is only one power, one presence in our lives and in the universe, God. Our second principle: we are the Christ of God in expression. Tell your neighbor, you are the Christ of God in expression. And the way we express this is through what we call the law of mind action, which is our third principle. It says what? Thoughts plus feeling equals outcome. Our fourth principle, there is power in affirmative prayer and meditation. And 5, we must live the truth we know. So if you feel that you've been blessed by our spiritual community and you would like to give back, if you brought a tithe or a love offering, a financial blessing, whatever you want to call it, invite you to take that out and prepare it now. And if you didn't bring one, that's okay. We love you anyway. We love everybody here, yes? Yes. Just the way you are, yes? And what is it? Your presence is the best gift that you can give, just being here. So, I am thankful, so grateful. We sing that every Sunday. Somebody tell me something that you're grateful for. Your son. Yes, me too. Air conditioning. Being alive. Life. Who else? Friends. Friends are good. Pets. Pets. Unitics. What's a unitic? We are. Oh my goodness. Right here. Right now.
I am thankful, so grateful in this moment right now. I am thankful, so grateful right here.
I feel like being a Metacostal this morning. Holding my hands up. Ooh, Lord, the Holy Spirit is in me. I might start talking in tongues here.
Right now, I am thankful, so grateful, right here, right now, right here,
Dear Heavenly Mother, Father God,
right now,
how thankful, how grateful, how blessed we are.
right now,
And because we know that, we give of ourselves. So as we take whatever we have placed in these magical bowls that will double, triple, as it goes out into the universe and returns to us 1,000-fold. We are grateful, thankful, and blessed. So let's take that into our offertory blessing together as we say, divine love has me,
Blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful.
I am thankful, so grateful in this moment right now. I am thankful, so grateful right here, right now, right here, right now.
Let's go ahead and welcome our children in.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, alright, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
So we have a special blessing that we use to bless our children together. God loves you and accepts you just the way you are. And I love you and accepts you just the way you are. I see the Christ in you. And now we're going to receive their blessing. Oh my goodness. Y'all are awesome. Miss Iris, do we have new children this morning? Do we have someone here for the first time? Yes. Annabelle, and she has nice hair. Yeah, we're glad that you're here this morning. Do you want to go find your mama? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Is it her birthday? Oh, how old are you? 4? Really? So this is birthday Sunday, the first Sunday. So anybody that's having a birthday in June, or if you're celebrating any kind of anniversary, please come up here with us and let us sing happy birthday and bless you. Anybody have a birthday in June? Happy birthday to my sister Dana, if she's watching. And my husband, Eric.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you're wonderful. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you, you're wonderful. God is blessing you now.
So we have a special blessing. We say, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the light of Christ shining as you. So if this is your first time here and you'd like to be recognized, just raise your hand. And if you don't, that's okay too. But we do like to say hello to anybody here for the first time. Glad you're here with us. We have an information packet. Hello, someone over there. Hi. So we want to bless you too. Together we say what? We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the light of Christ shining as you. And we invite you to stick around. We got a little bit of birthday cake next door and some coffee. So let's all stand now and join in our closing song.
Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth and peace that stands to thee. With earth as our mother, family all are we. Let's walk with each other in perfect harmony.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
We're